A new GTA Online DLC, thus a brand new business for you to get yourself stuck into. In this video, we're going to go over how you can get into the new business as well as how all of it works. First and foremost, upon logging into the game, you will receive a call from Mod telling you can purchase the bail office on the Maze Bank Foreclosures website. Go ahead and do that. There's a total of 5 different locations, all ranging from 4 within the city and 1 all the way up to Paleto Bay. If you are someone who likes torture, then get the one in Paleto Bay. But from what I can tell so far, the best location is definitely the one in Mission Row, coming in at a cool $2.4 million before upgrades. The upgrades themselves, obviously with the usual, being able to add some different styles to it, being able to spawn in it by adding the personal quarters, the gun locker, relatively useless, and the armor plating, I'm not sure how much of a difference it will make. It will give you a bit more protection from like being shot from the front if you are dealing with enemies. I would assume that there's also some damage protection from like explosions, but in general, it seems to be a waste of $125,000 in my personal opinion. As for the agents, you can add 2 agents to your business, which is $750,000 for each of them. So it comes in at $1.5 million. And these seem to be able to generate you $9,600 every 48 minutes if you send them on your merry way to go and get some bounties themselves. This will obviously be added to your save, and as of now, that seems to be it. I will be looking into like how much more there is to that, if there is anything more to them, in a future in-depth guide, so stay tuned on the channel for that. As for the bounties themselves, after the introduction, you have an option of 4 different bounties. You can go for the most wanted one. The most wanted bounty seems to have a cooldown of an entire day, which is a bit unfortunate. Then within this particular mission, there was also an option of finding a painting, which apparently pays out $5,000. So if that's worth it to go out and search all the way over the place, I'm not entirely sure, but I personally kind of forgot about it and just went to do the mission. As for the regular bounties, have a 48-minute cooldown after you've done all of them. So you can do all 3 and then you have to wait 48 minutes to do the other 3, and that's kind of how that loop is going to go. As for the bounties themselves and trying to capture them, you really want to go and get them alive. If you decide to kill them, you get a massive slice to how much of a bounty payout you're going to get. You can do this in 2 different ways. You can either decide to use your stun gun if you have one. If you don't have one, you can either go to the agency, and at the time of recording during launch week, you can grab one from the gun van. Fair warning though, it will cost you about $300,000, so keep that in mind. The free way of doing this is by shooting the targets in their hand. Now on PC this should be relatively easy, and on console it should be pretty easy too, though it might be a bit more finicky and a bit more difficult considering how the target lock works on there. Having said that, they do tend to shoot you with a pistol, so if you just shoot out all the other guards that are protecting the target, then you can definitely take your time, but shooting them as a pistol won't hurt you too much at all. The other side of the DLC is the dispatch missions. For this, you will need to own a police car that you can store as a personal vehicle. This can be some of the older ones that were at the Chop Shop DLC or the newer ones. Yes, this will mean that you'll need to spend about $3 million at the very least in order to do these missions. Upon getting in one of your personal vehicle cop cars, you can then press B on PC and then sound the horn, and if you're on console, press the right stick followed by the right on your D-pad. You don't have to contact Vincent or anything, he'll just start yapping as soon as you do, and then you just do the mission and get $25,000 for them. And in a surprise for absolutely no one, the dispatch missions also have a cooldown, and this is a cooldown of 5 minutes until you can do your next mission. Other than that, that is how everything works within the Bottom Dollar Bounties DLC. If you enjoyed it or found it useful, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe for more, and become a member like Chloe, GTA Plus, Notorious Jam, Dan, and the Crystalonics. And I'll see you all later.